I used to get that one read to me as well. Okay, and now you're thinking about yourself. I read not as well as my friends, about the same as my friends, a little better than my friends, or a lot better. So, not as well, about the same, a little better, or a lot better. About the same. Do you ever read the same books? So talking about your class that's in there, you're able to keep up with them and be on the same, like y'all can all read the same. Does your teacher in there help you all when you come to something you don't know? Yeah? Or do you ever help each other? Okay. So, that's nice. What do you have to do to become a better reader? What book are you all reading in there right now? Do you remember what it's called?
It's called something.
If you don't, that's fine. I just noticed y'all were reading. Do you know what it's?
It's A Long Way from Chicago.
Long Way from Chicago. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. There's a lot of twists and turns in there.
Lots of twists. And that's kind of like a mystery where it throws you off. Lots of twists. Well, that's cool. I think if I read that one in elementary school, it's been a long time since I've read it, but I'll be able to read it again soon when I have my own classroom. So, okay. So, I tell my family about good books I read. Do you never do this? Almost never? Do you do it some of the time, or do you do it a lot?
Some of the time.
Some of the time? So, when you're reading a book, I know you said your mom reads with you. Do you, I don't know, when you really like it, do you ever talk to your grandparents or your father or maybe people at church, people in your, do you ever just say like, oh, I read a really good book, or do you just, if they ask you, you'll tell them? Okay. Okay. When you're reading by yourself, do you understand everything you read? Almost everything? Almost none? Or none? When you're by yourself?
Almost everything.
Almost everything? And so I know you said new words were hard for you. Is there anything else that kind of makes you stumble whenever you're reading by yourself? Do you sometimes zone out and then realize that you're not even been reading, your mind's been elsewhere? Or do you sometimes have difficulty with understanding exactly what's being said? Or can you think of anything besides words? No, so just mainly big words. So is it also big words or new words?
Big words.
Big words. Okay. Like I said, me too. Sometimes I can't even pronounce something. Okay. And then people who read a lot are very interesting, sort of boring, or very boring. So what do you think? People who read a lot.
Sort of boring.
Sort of boring? How come you think they're sort of boring?
Because I think they should take some time away from the book.
Okay. Do you sometimes think maybe they should talk to people more, or play video games, or what do you think they should be doing when they're...
Talk to people.
Okay. So, and this is what you think of yourself. I'm a poor reader, okay reader, good reader, or very good.
Okay reader.
Okay. But you still like to do it. Yeah? Okay. And it says, I think libraries are a really great place to spend time, a great place to spend time, a boring place, or really boring. Like a public library or a school library.
Oh, really?
You really think so? Okay. Do you have a library that you go to? Which one is it? Do you know?
Downtown.
The downtown one? Oh, yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? Downtown. What do you like most about that library? Like when you go in there, what are you most excited to do when you go in there?
Read books.
Read books. Do you like reading them with your mom at the library, or do you read them by yourself?
Sometimes just read quiet, sometimes read with others.
Do you ever check out books, or do you mostly just read them there and then leave? Or do you ever take some with you?
I mostly just read books there.
Read them there? Okay. And then whenever you go there, what section do you usually like to go to first? Like, do you like to go to, I know you said you like mysteries, but do you like to go to stories about real people and real events, or do you like to go to the kind of made-up books? Which one do you prefer?
Kind of
The made-up? I do too. They're called fiction books. You've heard of that, haven't you? Fiction? So they're called fiction books. Okay. So, do you worry what other kids think about your reading?